What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night, about 10:10 in the evening, and we just pulled up to the parking lot of the gym. So this is day 2 of the Deload, and we are actually finishing up day 2 of Ramadan. So far, so good. I can't really complain about anything. I've been feeling a little bit, well, not even a little bit, very tight in my hamstrings and in my lower back, and I don't know what's causing that. I'm gonna chalk it up to dehydration, but I hydrated as much as I could before I came in here. I had to take care of some things around the house. Gave my son a bath, fed him, uh, got the wife some food. Some food's waiting for me when I get home. But we're gonna knock out this deload session. All of these workouts that I'm doing are leading up to a priming phase, or a systemic phase, however you want to call it. Essentially, you have to go by the mantra. If you're in hard training or if you're an experienced person, you have to get in shape to train. You don't train to get in shape. That's an ode to Louis Simmons, whose West Side Barbell shirt I got on right now in purple and gold, of course. Root to the bros. But in any event, the priming phase, the deload sets your body up to be refreshed when you go into the priming phase. And then you go into the priming phase, and then you go into off-season workouts. It's very, 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 very important that you periodize your training to have deloads and in some cases, priming phases. You want to get your body to a point where it's going to get better. So when you deload, a lot of people like to just come out the deload reblasting. No, that's kind of a reset, depending upon what your goal is. You shouldn't have too much of a strength drop off or anything like that. So you can kind of pick up where you left off. You just want to kind of give your joints a break, your mind a rest from trying to beat the logbook or anything like that. But with that being said, always understand that the deload is not to be super, super intense. Like, you're still going to get some work in. You're still going to be working hardish, but it's really to let your body recover. So please keep that in mind when you're doing something like this. In systemic phase, I really can't give you any true insight into it because, one, I'm actually going to sit down with somebody and learn the ins and outs and science behind it. And then number two, I haven't done one. So I have one by Nick Langer, who I've mentioned many times in my videos before. He wrote me up one, so we're going to go with that. If you're trying to find out more about systemic phases, then I will go to N1 Training or N1 Education, one of the two. Coach Kassim and the boys over there are doing a phenomenal job of explaining things. So without further ado, let's get to it. It's not going to be flashy. It's going to be kind of boring, but if you pay attention, listen to the voiceover. I'll drop you some tidbits, and hopefully we can get you a good deload and into a good priming phase. So let's get it pushing. All right, kicking things off with 8 sets of 8 on the tricep press down with a rope attachment specifically. That's what the program called for, and we're just working the bottom half of the movement. So, as I said in the intro, at this point we were 2 days in Ramadan. As of this voiceover, we are now 3. I don't know what was going on with my lower back hamstrings, but they just became increasingly tight as the day went on. It started a little bit after the first day, in the middle of the night. Very, very bad time to have anything tighten up on you while you're sleeping. But in any event, really bothered me the whole day and even into this workout. So I had to make some adjustments. I could definitely feel it as I was doing press downs, and it just felt like it was seizing up. But played it safe, played it careful. Didn't go beyond my limits as far as things go. Now, this was unique right here. When you're doing these 8 sets of 8, this deload / incomplete rest method, you're supposed to use a weight that you can do for 12 reps, a 12 rep max, and you're only really supposed to get close to failure or to failure your last set. You're not trying to go to failure on any of your opening sets. So I tried to do 80 pounds for 8 sets of 8, and things really got funny around about the fourth set where I reached almost failure. So that tells me a couple of different things as far as training goes. One, I'm not strong enough. Two, my conditioning and endurance kind of sucks. So as you can see, I had to drop the weight, and I only dropped it down to 65 or 60. I think it was 65. And finished out my 8 sets of 8. Now, if you're going to do something like this, know that dropping the weight isn't ideal. You're supposed to stay with the same weight throughout the entire 8 sets of 8. But with that being said, it is what it is, and it's a special time of the year. So, I'm extending myself a little bit of grace. But, man, these pumped my chest up like nothing else, really, to be honest with you. So, moving on, we had some seated calf press. I'm not going to talk about this too much because, calf training is about as interesting as making the ground crack. But I want to talk to you about how I'm feeling right now. I'm starting to get adjusted to fasting. It's hard in the beginning, but then your body acclimates to it. Couple of benefits of fasting that you may not know: cell regeneration. Dead cells get out of the body. You don't have that food coming in you, so you're kind of expelling everything that's kind of bad out of your body. And keep in mind, this is just a hood type of this is just a hood observation. Clear thinking. You're not bogged down by a lot of food. The thing I do miss, though, I do miss caffeine. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do miss my coffee while I'm working, but that'll come back soon enough. But in any event, feeling relatively decent. I'm recording this voiceover a few minutes before the morning prayer comes in, so it's not too bad. I think everyone should fast to kind of reset their system, but you definitely have to plan your training calendar around it. It is difficult. I'm not going to sit back and lie to you and tell you that, yeah, fasting is easy. No, it's difficult, especially when you're working a full-time job and you have kids. So if you can do it, great. If you can't, just get into some mini cut phases and reduce your food intake. You don't have to keep slamming food down your gullet to make gains. You got to throw in some cuts somewhere, and this is the beginning of a cut. But in any event, hey guys, thanks for watching. We got a couple more deload sessions this week. I'll bring you one more, and then we'll get into the priming phase. But until then, y'all take care. Like and subscribe. Love you.